Today, to celebrate the launch of my new drawing course, I want to tell you about, hands down, the most useful self-critique technique that I know. It's called the butterfly technique. It works for drawing and painting as long as you're working from a model and aiming for a realistic representation. And the only thing you need is a small mirror. So what's the butterfly technique? Simply take your mirror and place it on the bridge of your nose between your eyes. Close your weak eye and look at the reflection so that your drawing appears to face its reflection. Alright, look at this for example. The camera is probably not going to pick it up exactly how it should. It's very difficult to show you, but for example with this painting, I can compare visually. So if something is off in the reflection, it means that there is a mistake to correct in your drawing because it's not matching with its hypothetical reflection in the model. This technique really reveals a lot of errors that you can simply then fix. Works really well for height errors and makes anything related to the vertical axis super easy to spot. If the length between the top of the forehead and the chin is too short, for example, you will see it instantly with the butterfly technique. If the nose is drifting upward, if the mouth is sliding down, then the errors become obvious. But it's great in general to find things to correct in your drawing or your paintings because it pretty much forces the image of your model to overlap visually with your drawing. If you're not sure about a spot on your drawing, you can visually make it touch with its reflection on the model, and this is so powerful. You know how I often talk about the benefits of placing your model right next to your subject so that you can easily compare by going back and forth with your eyes. Well, sometimes even that is too far away, and the butterfly technique allows you to make the images overlap visually, almost like a periscope, but in reverse. Now let's go deeper and see why this is not your average mirror technique, and this is something extremely useful. So one thing is that we are blind to the distortions that our brain creates in our drawings or our paintings. When we draw or paint from observation, our brain constantly adjusts reality to match with what it thinks it sees. And after a certain amount of time, the drawing no longer looks like a collection of marks and shapes. And once our brain starts to see something emerge out of nothing, it has a tendency to immediately fall in love with it and want to protect it for some reason. Even though this might still have a lot of things to correct. The proportions might be totally off, the nose might be way too high, the eye way too low, so it doesn't look great, but somehow the brain just loves it. It's a typical case of falling in love with your mistakes. This is why you can stare at a drawing for an hour and not notice that one eye is slightly higher than it should, or that the jawline doesn't have the right alignment, that the skull is too tall, too big, too wide. It's because in this case, you're trying to navigate the uncanny valley. It's not looking totally off. It's looking great already. There are just some mistakes that you need to figure out, but because it doesn't look completely off, it appears that it makes sense, and the brain sees that as a small win. Doesn't want to lose it. Well, the good thing about the butterfly technique is that it breaks this familiarity. It introduces just enough visual disruption to make the mistakes visible again for your brain without having to flip the entire image or put your canvas upside down or do anything complicated like that. You can just grab your little mirror and immediately reset your brain to finally start to see objectively again. So let's see why it works. So when we use the mirror in this specific position, the drawing appears reversed relative to our dominant eye. So the symmetry between the drawing and the model becomes then confrontational. It's almost like if the drawing itself were looking at itself in a mirror. The two faces almost collide visually in the center of our vision, and when that happens, all the vertical discrepancies jump out immediately because they should be aligned, so if something is not aligned, it will immediately stand out. It becomes painfully clear if the angle of the eyeline is not right, if the forehead is too compressed, if the mouth is too low, if the chin is too high. makes it so that the brain can't ignore vertical misalignment anymore. When the two faces are visually collapsed, it really forces your brain to reconsider some things and check these errors. It also works for the values. In that case, you can use a black mirror. So it's a mirror, but that's reflecting everything in a darker version. What you can do if you don't have a black mirror, and can also be used to check proportions, is you turn off your phone and you can use it as a black mirror as well. And you can do the same butterfly technique with a phone. Make sure you don't have notifications at the same time, and and that's it. So let's call this the butterfly effect. It reveals structural imbalance in your drawing and forces you to check again. Think of it this way. When you look normally at your drawing, you're comparing it side by side with the model. That comparison is mostly horizontal because you're going back and forth. Left, right, left, right. The brain scans this way, left and right. With the butterfly technique, then the comparison becomes frontal and symmetrical, and it's all a matter of checking from top to bottom, and see if things align. Of course, it works much better if you work in the site size setup where the model and the drawing are supposed to have the same size. So in that case, the vertical errors really stand out. If you're not using the site size setup and if you're working just normally, it still works. Just by visually bringing the model and the subject closer together, it refreshes the way the brain sees the model and the subject and just transforms the vision. It's just that it's not as efficient as it could be. So if you're not using a site size setup where your model and the drawing appear at the same size, it will be less efficient, but it will still help you figure out a lot of things. You can try it. You'll see that it's very powerful for, let's say, checking the tilt of the head, verifying the angle of the eye line, measuring the central line of the face, because all these kind of angle tilts are super easy to spot even without considering a site size setup. It's going to make it super easy to correct anything that has to do with asymmetries. If the head leans too much, you will feel it instantly. If one eye is higher or lower than it should be, it will immediately show with the butterfly technique. If the mouth is not centered under the nose, the distortion will become kind of uncomfortable. You don't have to use a specific setup to use this technique. It's always very helpful, but it's doubly helpful with a site size setup. It just creates visual tension where mistakes exist. So my recommendation with this technique is not to use it constantly. It's not meant to replace, proper observation. You want to use it at key moments. When you are in doubt in the beginning of your drawing, after placing a major feature, before committing to details, and even very late in the process before declaring the drawing finished. When you check, you don't want to stare for too long. You want to glance, you want to move it around, adjust it, try out different alignments. The goal is not to overanalyze, it's to catch something and then check the normal way. You try to catch something and then you trust your normal vision and just your bare eyes to figure out what's wrong and fix it. Be careful, however, that it's not a measuring device or it's not an optical drawing device. It's not a drawing aid. It's a viewing device. And if you want to use it to measure distances and compare distances, it's still possible, but then you need to make sure to stand exactly in the same spot every time. And in this case, you will definitely need a site size setup. This is the only way to really measure with this technique. It's possible. Make sure that in this case you stand exactly at the same spot, otherwise the slightest deviation will change the angle of view and therefore the precision of this technique. You want to really make sure that the mirror angle is the same every time, and you want to avoid tilting the reflection. I advise you to locate the angle of the reflection by taking a fixed point in the background somewhere, for example, the top of your drawing board or an object on the wall behind the easel, so that your mirror is always aligned exactly the same way. Make sure you stand exactly with the right height of your shoulders, and make sure you're not like... Make sure you stand exactly at the same height with exactly the same angle. Used properly, this technique can make you extremely accurate, but if you don't have exactly the same position and angle every time, don't try to measure with it and try to see it more as a viewing tool, a viewing aid, not a drawing aid, not an optical device that is going to fix mistakes for you, but something that will help you catch mistakes so that you can later fix them yourself. And as with all viewing technique, it must be used in combination with others. But just this one is so powerful that I really wanted to talk about. It's one of my favorite techniques because I find it really easy to spot mistakes like that. It's a technique that can be used at any stage of the drawing process or the painting process, and it often helps getting out of a rut. This butterfly technique is powerful, yes, but it doesn't replace good measurement. It will, for example, not fix poor understanding of perspective, weak construction, incorrect anatomy. It's a diagnostic tool, not a magic trick, but as a viewing aid, it's incredibly efficient, and this simple way of looking in a mirror should become a habit of yours. One of the hardest skills in drawing is learning how to see your own mistakes. The butterfly technique gives you a second pair of eyes. It disrupts the familiarity and it resets your perception, forces honesty, forces you to reconsider, and stops your brain from falling in love with your mistakes. And the best part is that it costs nothing, just a small mirror placed right between your eyes. So try this technique in your next drawing session. And if you want, check out my drawing course, the Systematic Drawing Method. It has everything you need if you want to take your drawing to the next level. As always, my friends, joy and inspiration. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.